in the section below. So let us begin with the chapter now. We learn so many things when we come to school, but do you know which is our first school? So we are talking about our first school. Yes, it is our family. We learn so many things from our family, much before we learn from anywhere else. So our first school is our family, where we learn the most basic things in our life. This is because we are not so close to our family, but we really never give it a thought. Let us think about our family and talk about it. So basically, in this chapter, we will read that family is our first school, and we don't realize it because we never think about it. It's not that we are not so close to our family. Obviously each one of us is very close to our family, but we never think about it because we never give it a thought. And family is definitely our first school because we learn so many things there initially from the beginning, and we don't learn it from anywhere else. So draw or paste a picture of your family. So you all can do this in your textbooks. You can draw or either paste a picture of your family. Those who are good at sketching can draw it, otherwise you can paste it. You can make a family tree as well. So I'll tell you how a family tree looks like. Look, first of all you need to make a tree. Obviously my drawing is not so good, so it's just an example. Then what you need to do is you need to paste the picture of the head of the family on the top. Then you need to take out two arrows from there, then paste your mom and dad, and then your own pictures. So basically in a hierarchical order you can paste them and your family tree will be ready. So I have made many different colors of family trees. You also try it. It will be really interesting to you, and you can paste or draw a picture of your family in the space given over here also. So let's start reading the chapter now. Who all are there in your family? Write their names and how they are related to you. So you need to fill this according to your family, and I am filling it according to my family. So I have Anish. Relationship is father. Simran, mother. Kapil, brother. And then I have, just a second, okay? Sahiba, my grandmother. Ramchandra, my grandfather, and my sister Shifali. So I have written about my family now. I have written about my mother, my father, my brother, grandmother, grandfather, and sister. So you can tell me about your family, and you need to fill this in your book according to your family members. So I just want to tell you that we have two types of families, okay? We have nuclear families and we have joint families. So in nuclear family usually we have 4 to 5 members, while the numbers of members in joint family are large. So in a family when only mother, father and their children live, it's a nuclear family. But if it's a joint family, then the mother, father, uncle, aunt as well as their kids also live together. So tell me in the comment section below that in which kind of family do you want to live. Do you want to live in a nuclear family or you want to live in a joint family? I personally would like to live in a joint family, as we get so much of love and support from everyone. You tell me your views in the comment section. Then we have next question. Write the relationship between any two members of your family, such as husband, wife, brother, sister, mother, daughter. So we need to fill this. Okay. So according to the table I filled above, let's look at it once again. And I'll write that Anish, Simran, husband, wife. Okay. So first let's fill this one. Anish, Simran, and the relationship is husband, wife. Then let's go back again and I'll write Kapil, Shifali, brother and sister. Kapil, Shifali, brother and sister. Then we can write Simran and Sahiba, mother-in-law and the child. Okay, or we can take the easier one. We can write Kapil and Ramchandra, grandson and grandfather. Kapil and Ramchandra, that is grandson and grandfather. So these are the different kinds of relationship. We give it a name. We have mother-in-law, father-in-law, brother-in-law as well. So you need to write the names of any two members of your family and the relationship between them. You can try this activity and it will be clear to know that what kind of relationships, what are the names of different relationships basically. So you do this in your respective books according to your family. Now let's move ahead. Here we see, what do your family members call you lovingly? Do you have a pet name? How do you call your family members? And now look at the picture carefully. So you need to tell that when they are asking what do your family members call you lovingly, basically they are talking about our nicknames. So you need to tell the nicknames of yours, and obviously basically a pet name is only a nickname. And how do you call your family members? You need to look at the picture carefully. So I don't have a nickname actually, but my mom has a nickname and her name is Simran, but usually people call her Simmi in the house. And what do I call my family members? Like, I call my mother as my mummy, father as papa, and dadi, dada, bhai, behen, the normal Indian family names which we all call. If you use any other names, you can tell me. Like in different languages we call them with different names, right? So you can tell me that. Now two persons in the picture look a lot like each other. How do you think they are related? So look, two young girls in the picture resemble each other. So two young girls in the picture resemble each other, and I can say that they are sisters because we can see that this is the family and these two are the kids of the family, so they are sisters as well as they resemble each other. Then it is said that, is there any similarity between you and any other member of your family in the way you talk, walk, smile, or even in your looks? With whom and how? So you need to tell me about yours. I'll give you one example, like I smile like my mother. So basically me and my mother have a same smile. So you can tell me about your family and you need to write this in your own books. Now let's see next. Let us now read about Anwari's family. The older members of Anwari's family work as dhobis. All the members of the family lend a hand in washing, drying and ironing of the clothes. Anwari and her cousin Tawfiq also learn the work done by their family. So here we have Anwari's family. So the elder member, we can see the elder members and the older members of the family work as dhobis. Now dhobis are the washermen, and the rest of the people, other family members, contribute in the business by washing, drying and ironing. Okay, and the smaller ones like Anvari and his cousin Tawfiq, they are trying to learn the work now. So we can see that this is a joint family, because the cousins as well as the all the other family members live together. So this is the joint family, and they together have a family business of washermen. So what happens is, when we have a family business, the elder ones usually are called by that particular business, and the other family members also contribute in the business, and the younger ones need to follow the same business when they grow older, so they start learning it from the initial childhood. So we are clear that this is a joint family, and this is Anwari's family, and the older ones usually work as dhobis. The other family members also help them, and the younger ones are learning to do the job now. Let's see the next slide. Is your family involved in any particular work? If yes, what? So no, there's no such thing with my family, but usually a lot of families have a combined business which is called family business. Like some have shops and some have something else. So you can tell me if your family has a family business. Do you help the family with the work? Now, if my family members have some work regarding their own specific jobs, yes, I definitely help them, and all the efforts combined together lead to success. That's why family is very important. Now we learn many things from our family members. Anwari and her cousins learned cycling from her uncle. Obviously, as family is our first school also, apart from this, we learn so many things from them. So here we have an example that Anwari and her cousins learned cycling from her uncle. So you also learned many things from your family. What and from whom? Has anyone learned anything from you? So I have also learned cycling, and I learned it from my brother. You can tell me what you have learned, or maybe if anyone else has learned anything from you. Okay, then here it says think and write. You need to fill these sentences according to your own feelings, and I am filling them according to me. So when I'm sad, I go to my mother. Yeah, I go to her, at like running towards her. I just simply go to her and I feel better. When I want to know about the past, I go to my grandmother, because she is the oldest in the family and she knows about everyone. When I want to share my secrets, I go to my brother, because having a common age group is something which you have that frankness, and then you want to share your secrets with your brothers and sisters. And when I do something wrong, I go to my father to either to confess it, or else I need his help that I have done something like this. So usually the answers would be very common in this, because these are the feelings, the love and the care we have for our family. Okay, family is very important in our life, and with each family member we have a very specific and very different and a unique kind of a bond which is very important in our life. Then we have everyone removes their shoes before entering the house. That is the practice in Surekha's family. Some of Surekha's friends enter her house without removing their shoes. Surekha's grandfather gets angry at that. So now different families have different customs, traditions and rules. So as we can see that in Surekha's family, they don't enter the house with their shoes, but when Surekha's friends came, they did not know about this and they entered the house without removing their shoes, and her grandfather gets angry at that because it is a tradition of their house and it is a rule that no one will enter the house without removing their shoes. So the question says, are there any particular practices followed by a family and what are those? So in this basically we'll talk about the customs and traditions as well as the rules of our family. I'll tell you one rule of my family, that is, we need to touch the feet of our elders before leaving our house. Feet of elders. Wait, okay. Does before leaving. So you can't call it a rule actually, but it is a tradition because we feel that we always need the blessings of our elders before doing something. So which practices you and your family do to keep your house and the surroundings clean? Okay, this is our moral responsibility actually, to keep our surroundings clean. So all of the families practice different things. In my family we have a rule that no one will throw anything apart anywhere else apart from the dustbin, and every morning we dump the garbage in a specific place allotted for it, and thus no one throws it here and there. So does any member of your family have any particular habit like laughing loudly or singing when they're happy? Imitate them. So this is a fun activity which you can do because all of us have different habits and each habit is unique as well as different in its own way, so you can imitate your family members. Now, how do you show respect to elders in your family? Look around to see how others show respect. So I told you about my family over here, that we touch their feet before leaving the house or before doing anything because we seek their blessings. You can tell me that how others show respect and what happens in your family. Then it says, when the old were young. Ask any older member of your family to tell a funny incident about his or her childhood. So every child's childhood is filled with different memories and we call them as childhood memories, and these are always fun to listen. So now this would be really fun. You should go to your grandmother or grandfather and tell them to recite one funny incident of his or her childhood and share their childhood memories with you. Okay, so with this we have come to the end of the chapter. In this chapter we learned that family is our first school. Each family has its own traditions, customs, and rules. We also studied about the importance of family we have in our life. The different relationships and we learned that each bond is very special for us. So as we have ended the chapter now, you can ask me your doubts in the comment section. I hope you like the video and the chapter is clear to you. Please like the video and subscribe the channel. We'll study the next chapter in the next video. Thank you.